Yo, what is going on, man? In today's episode, what we're going to be talking about is why is dieting the ultimate form of self-love, man? Now, to start off, man, let's bring the facts in first. Two-thirds of people in North America, both Canada and America, roughly two-thirds, are considered either overweight or obese. Okay? And you know what that is a problem of? That's a problem of people not being able to control what the fuck they put down their mouth. It sounds ridiculous, right? You think that all you really have to do to not be fat or overweight is just not let a piece of not let an excess amount of food go down your mouth. But clearly this is an issue if the average human being in these first world countries where we have an abundance amount of food, they don't have to eat the garbage that they're eating. I think part of the reason why we have this problem to even begin with is because we actually have an abundance, man. Because we have such an abundance and people are able to eat whatever they want, naturally, as I talk about in a lot of these videos, when I talk about the pain and pleasure principle, people are either chasing pleasure or running away from pain. In most cases, when it comes to people's diet, they're always chasing after pleasure, man. That's why the average person in North America is fat and overweight. But here is why, if you're able to diet, it's the ultimate form of self love, man. Because, first off, if you're able to diet and control what you eat, man, you have more discipline than almost two-thirds of people. It sounds insane, right? Just by not consuming some piece of food, you have more discipline than a lot of people in your society. And that discipline comes from avoiding our desires, man. And whether you're going after any type of goal in life, whether you want to get a good physique, you want to do well in business, you want to do well in school, your career, whatever the case may be, in order to achieve that goal, there's some level of pushing away your desires and delaying gratification in order to hit your goal. For fitness, the obvious one is dieting, not enjoying the food you really want to enjoy. For maybe your business, it's like working long hours when you want to instead relax, hang out, go out with your friends. When it comes to school, it means studying even when you've been studying all day and you're tired and you want a break. With your career, man, it's like sometimes putting in those long hours when you could have just went home instead. Or like the point I'm trying to get across, man, is that when you're able to control your desires, dieting being one of them, you're able to achieve more discipline, man, that will eventually lead to you actually hitting your goal, man. And while I'm talking about dieting, man, one of the best diets I recommend that has helped me because I used to be someone who I used to be like the average person, bro. I couldn't control what I ate. I would constantly be craving like, junk food, sugar, candy, all that good food, man. And the diet that really helped me out was a low carbohydrate diet, almost like keto, where you're putting a high emphasis on protein and a high emphasis on lowering your carbohydrate intake. The reason why this is actually really effective is because, first off, when you're consuming more protein, what ends up happening is it takes longer for your body to digest protein, so you actually are full for longer periods of time. If you're full for longer periods of time, it makes it easier to control what you eat, right? The second thing is because you're lowering your carbohydrate intake, the reason why a lot of people are are against carbs, like me for example, I'm not completely against them. I still have carbohydrates. I'm not saying you have to completely cut them out, but I definitely have reduced my intake and will only have it occasionally. When you're reducing carbohydrates, it actually reduces your cravings because what ends up happening when you do consume carbohydrates is that insulin gets released and that insulin causes a blood spike level to rise. It's the same reason why when some people have carbohydrates, they feel a crash afterwards because your blood sugar levels rise, and then what ends up happening is because they go up so high, they also have to crash down. So that's why you kind of feel tired after, right? So carbohydrates induce more of your cravings throughout the day versus protein, it just makes you full instead. And on top of that too, because and this is just because I'm into fitness, man. Because you're automatically increasing your protein intake and you're also reducing your carbohydrates. One thing I noticed was that I also have better cognitive ability where I'm making better decisions. I make better decisions with my diet, so I'm not and I don't end up cheating on my diet. And I think it just comes from the brain fog from when you're consuming too much carbohydrates, man. And let me get this across because I know there's already some motherfuckers that's probably gonna eventually watch this video and be like, "Oh, bro, you need carbohydrates to live this, and this." Listen, man. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe, man. I don't I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm explaining what I personally do. You can choose whatever you do at the end of the day. It doesn't affect me, man. I'm not tripping out. But I found a lot of benefits just from following a low carbohydrate diet because I was able to consistently follow this diet because like I mentioned, I didn't have any cravings. I had better cognitive ability, less brain fog. I had I had less cravings. I think I mentioned that already. Fuck. But because I now have my diet dialed in and I'm able to be disciplined on that aspect of my life, it just makes other areas of my life way easier to be disciplined in. Like when it comes to like, setting aside time to record a YouTube video, for example, or working on my Instagram page instead of like, maybe scrolling through YouTube or Instagram or something. I have way better discipline when it comes to just doing the work instead of choosing the pleasure, man. And that's why I really think dieting is the ultimate form of self-love because if you're able to diet and control what you eat, man, you're gonna feel way better about yourself because you're delaying that gratification. Because think about it, man. Anything that feels good, most of the time, anything that feels good in the moment usually feels bad after, and anything that feels bad in the moment feels good after. I feel fucking amazing, man, when I follow my diet. I wake up the next day, I look at my abs, and I'm more lean. I feel happy, man. I like being that lean aesthetic physique, man. But once again, that comes with being able to have the self discipline to control your diet and control what you eat, man. With that being said, man, that's all for what I got in today's video. This video was a little bit all over the place. I just wanted to kind of talk about why dieting is great for discipline, why it is, the ultimate form of self love because you love yourself so much you don't want to put bad shit in your fucking body. And the third is just the discipline that can get transferred over into other aspects of your life due to the fact that, you're learning the lesson about delaying gratification in order to hit a specific goal, whether it's your fitness goal and school goal, business goal, career goal. With that being said, man, I hope you guys got some value from today's video. If you guys have any suggestions of what you guys want to talk, if what you want me to talk about next, leave it in the comments below. Anything fitness or nutrition related, I'm always willing to make videos based on questions you guys have. But I don't know what questions you guys might have if you don't comment, right? So with that being said, man, catch you guys in the next one.